it's almost 6:30 in the morning. Me and Lance have lubed up. We've got like a gallon of water each. We've got 3 bottles of electrolytes, of Gatorade and vitamin water between us. We've got cereal bars, he's got protein bars. I've got my nuts, seeds, all the bird food stuff that he was making fun of me about. I've got dates, had 2 bananas, I've had a pint of water. So I'm ready to conquer the South Kaibab hike. But we're really going down to Cedar Ridge though, not all the way to Skeleton Point. Not because we're pussies, but because we don't have time. Everything's been back-ended, like we messed up. It's the first time we couldn't follow the itinerary since we arrived in Grand Canyon. First day we were supposed to do Mather Point, Yavapai Point, Yaqui Point. But we only did Yaqui Point. We ran out of time. So we back-ended Mather Point and Yavapai Point to the next day. But that next day we were supposed to do the red route. We couldn't do that. So we now back-ended that today somehow. If maybe we'll cut into some of our Vegas time and get to Vegas a bit later, then maybe we could do it. As you can see, I'm the one that's standing behind the door and Lance is the one getting ready, as per usual. Lance, you ready?
Almost.
Almost. Yeah, I had to really prepare for this one. It should be the most intense hike of our trip because of the steepness. I mean, not the length, there's differences in difficulty. It's not the same. You can have like really long hikes. I've probably done like, you know, like 6 to 8 hour hikes, right? But they're not intense. They're easy, but they're long. So afterwards you feel knackered, right? But they're not difficult. It just takes a lot of time. But then I've done some other short hikes, like I've done one with Lance in South Korea. That was only, I can't remember how long it took now, maybe like a couple of hours maybe?
4 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done some other ones, a lot shorter, but because they were a lot steeper, it was a lot tougher because you have to take a lot more regular breaks. It's just really hard. It's really difficult. So this one should be such an example of that hike. The other thing to consider is that it's going to be extremely hot. When I was talking to the park ranger, he thinks I'm very, very responsible, by the way. She said they've had to airlift and rescue people from the Grand Canyon every day. I mean, surely she shouldn't be doing that just to ship me up, but yeah. All right, so we've just arrived at our hotel and we're just about to get a shot. So yeah, see you later.
See you later.
Okay, so we've just arrived at the South Kaibab Trailhead. Yeah, feeling pretty good. The temperature's really nice right now. We started a lot later than obviously we planned. It's 7:30 now in the morning. Feeling a little bit tired, I guess, from just my eyes, I guess, from not sleeping as much as we would have liked to. We're just gonna be descending now into the canyon. So this part is obviously the easiest part. The very beginning now will actually end up being the most difficult part of the trail when we come back. And that's because of all the switchbacks. Because I can see right in front of us right now, we can see all the switchbacks. It looks reasonably steep. And it's just me doing this later on in our hike when it's a lot warmer. Because right now you can see shade. But that's because we're doing it in the morning. But later on, this route has 0 shade. Imagine doing this, climbing up all the switchbacks in the blistering heat, and there's no shade. So even when you want to take water breaks, you're going to be sitting in the direct sun. Definitely want to at least over-prepare for this hike, given it can get quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Apparently, there are also supposed to be like mules that people can get on to get down into the canyon. So we just read there, and there's a sign saying we're supposed to give right of way to mules. Oh wow. The view is looking pretty amazing, but the mission objective is to get to the Cedar Ridge. We can hike on the ridge of the canyon. Hopefully, it should be 360 degrees. Well, it looks like we're going into the sun now. Yeah, keep you updated. So it's just been about 10 minutes or so, maybe, since we passed our point, and now it looks like there's no more shade. so yeah, should be getting slightly warmer now. Back's starting to sweat a little bit, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. We were walking down earlier, and we can see the depths of the canyon from both sides, and it's like, whoa. So yeah, this is it's definitely meeting my expectations so far. Yeah, can't wait to get to the ridge. Right, so we've arrived at Cedar Ridge, and I'm sounding surprised because I am. It's taken us half an hour to get here. Seems like that ridge that we were before when I was videoing, when I said that was a taste of what's to come. It seems like that was it. Yeah, we're at Cedar Ridge. We were kind of rushing a little bit because we're just being really cautious and conservative with our estimates. I mean, granted, we've done the easiest part of the hike, so we're not hiked back up yet in the sun. I think we're just gonna chill here, get some electrolytes down us, just enjoy being in the canyon. Nice. Great. Right, see you later. It's 9:30. We just started making our way back up from Cedar Ridge. I'm going to take back what I said earlier when I said, seems like a really easy hike. It's quite steep, maybe a little bit more so than switchbacks at Hayaka. I don't remember you panting like this.
It's almost like we're just getting warmed up for it.
Maybe.
It's taking a bit longer to get into it.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's going to get easier the more we do as we get used to it. That's fine. We've got plenty of time. We're going to have loads of breaks. This is our first pit stop, so yeah, let's see how it goes. Right, so we've had a few breaks already. Apparently we're halfway distance-wise, and we've been very strategic with our pit stops. Right, just finding a place to sit down in the shade before the sunshine. So we're at the beginning of the switchbacks. I think it's slightly tougher, than the switchbacks at Haleakala. It's because you've got these big steps and it's a bit harder.
Take more energy out your legs, don't they?
Yeah, it's all like this, it's like steps, so I can get why people say it's quite tough, like the switchbacks, especially, in the sunshine. We're still quite fortunate with the shade, given it's still relatively early in the morning. I guess it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Just gonna recover completely here before we start the most fun part of the hike back. Nice. Okay, we've made it back and we're alive. I felt it was quite steep. It really is deceiving. In my earlier video, it went down, I was like, so easy. But yeah, now that we've come all the way back, I'm glad we didn't do more. I broke my sunglasses down there, so it is a bit harder to do it when the light, because the light's a lot stronger now than when it was morning, and I'm struggling to see now because the light's quite bright. So yeah, definitely need sunglasses on this trip as well. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Haleakala, we spoke to people like, yeah, they're like, oh, did you come from here halfway? Well, no, we did the whole thing. But this one, we only did a little bit. It was a taster. Went to Cedar Ridge, and I think it's a good taster. Got some good views and good photos, so definitely recommend doing it. But I don't think there's much more benefit going from Cedar Ridge to Skeleton Point. No. That's from what I got from the park ranger. Yeah, had fun. Right, so we're just going to move on to the next stage of our itinerary. Ooh. All right, let's go. So I think it's been a while since we updated you guys on what we've been up to. I think the last time, just as a recap, we spent quite a lot of time doing the hike, the South Kaibab hike, which was amazing. So after that, I think because we were quite knackered, we just decided to just make the 5-hour drive back to Vegas after that. We went straight to the Cheesecake Factory. We were so hungry, we didn't eat any food. Well, I had bird food. Blanche just had some protein bars. As usual, we did a massive hike. No breakfast, no lunch. Just drove straight back. And then as soon as we got there, because I really wanted to have some smoothie and put some good stuff in my body, I then went back out. And that was my first experience of walking around Vegas. Oh my God. When you want to go from A to B, it's like you have to go from A to C to D to E to then B. If you're standing in front of wherever you want to go, no, you can't just go there. You have to go all the way left, all the way right to either cross like pedestrian crossing, or you have to like go through another massive hotel, go through the network, then only to then go upstairs, cross like a massive footbridge, and then go back down. Then you have to circle back like 50 meters and then get like another traffic light. So then that's like a nightmare. Next morning, I realized I made a mistake and I booked one night instead of 2 nights. So I had to get up at 6, 7 a.m. I was like, lads, fuck, we have to check out. I was like, oh, shit. So when I booked it in advance, it was like $45. When you book it last minute, because I had to book tonight, right? It was $239, $239 plus $45 resort fee, plus $18 a night for parking fee, plus $77 taxes. And we wanted to stay in the same room, so we didn't have to change rooms, right? We had to pay another $12. And then we just hung out in the hotel room, did nothing, returned the car. There was a bit of drama returning the car as well.
Yes.
Turn right, the traffic light's my ass, Lars. Traffic lights nowadays like this way.
There's a few other
I just slammed the brakes. So, bit of faff. This is the first day, only day in the whole trip. Like, pretty much clear itinerary. So much time, right? But by the time we got on with it, we were rushing again. So what? We rushed back because we had a reservation to have dinner at the Wynn. So we went for the buffet. In short, really enjoyed it. I think I definitely ate more than $80 worth. Well, both of us did. My God. I had lobster, crab, prawns, mussels, and then I had the main course of loin chop, beef tri-tip, which is like basically a steak. I had a whole steak. I had suckling pig. I had pork butt, which Lance shared half of. I had pork's ass. I had a lobster taco. And then I had pad thai shrimp and more shrimps. That really nice honey pecan. Yeah, you love that as well. I had a bit of sushi, had eel, I had a fruit plate, and then after that I had 2 rounds of desserts. I had a scoop of dragon fruit ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream. I had a full-on slice of flowers chocolate cake. After that, then I had a mixed berry crepe. We also tried caviar for the first time. We had flying roe caviar. We had tobiko, which is the Japanese. See, all this past minute is just what we ate. We had like literally 7 courses or 8 courses. We started at 6 o'clock, it's like 8:15 or something now. We spent 2 hours eating, like go plate after plate after plate. Since we had such a big meal, I thought it might be a nice stroll back to work it off. Most of Lance's first time actually walking around Vegas now, the strip.
Mate, I'm starting to know what you mean.
You see what I mean now? Yeah, you can't. So you have to go up this, cross the footbridge, go over there, go through a hotel, go back down, cross the road. Yeah, exactly. You feel my pain, right? He's not from A to B. So that's the thing that pisses me off about Vegas. But having said that, I like Vegas. I love the vibe. That's probably the only downside. But maybe that's why people don't walk. They camp everywhere. Maybe it's the billboards or where the hotels, there's signs. You look down the strip and you can see, oh, Aria's there or Bellagio's there. Yeah, it's just there. But no, if you want to get there, it's going to take you 45 minutes, mate, to walk there. It's like a 24/7 night. It's like a massive nightclub. There's always something happening. A lot of weirdos walking around. Yes, it's pretty cool. I like Vegas. I definitely want to come back and party. So that's about it, Eric. Tomorrow's our last day. I think we're just going to sign off now. Lance, anything you want to add?
It's been a hell of a trip, hasn't it?
It's been a hell of a trip.